당한 저대 이거 되게 개와 각배 제부 땜바식도 그래서 제가 뭐 공부 셰베 개와랑 원을 줘봐 각배 된다 되게 아니 때 제부 땜바스 된 도의 공장도 돌레스 아니 대호들 쇼가 주바디 용도 돌레 결혼다 되더나 미 개와니 다네 마마이라스 미 개와스 되신다지는 수용 말이죠 엔 각바나야 가르야 현다지 가봐야 로아 말이시라 민노 셰송 베랑신기 개와유나 네 개베세 랑신기 주베스 개와유나 개베센 다와샤르와다 가시네 수용고 그래서 당보연이 수용고 그래서라 되는 각바나야 얘네 랑신기 각바야나 얘네 각바나야 다완 노바타라 가시도 현다지를 반로고 그래서라 대단한 된데 여배나니 딱바른도 그래서 얘네 여배시 단대 여배 등에네 여배나 단대 여배데 마음벌 때에는 딱바른도 그래서 대단히나 딱바른 줄에 깨와당 각바 되네 깨와당 각바데 된데 말에 맹기파 딱바 잠려야 샤고 그래서라 딱바 잠래서라 딱바 잠도 세베스 겐가 규마다 burkelang bacho kewa danga baside kewa tsene raya yo mare kondoya seje cheba chasaro tene ko tene takba samlu sha gore se songudwa oh yeah
this verse 360 it is the second part of the section we were on and it summarized the meaning of this section where it says showing the effects of refuting production, that is refuting intrinsic production. So it begins with a sutra, and the sutra says, monks, it is as follows. When the I is produced, it does not come from anywhere. And then when it ceases, it does not go anywhere. Thus, if the commentary then goes, thus, if there were inherent production, a thing should come from somewhere when it is produced. If it's produced inherently, then it would be like the rising moon. The moon would be coming from somewhere. And then when it ceases, it should go somewhere. So it's like the setting moon. So in that case, it would be permanent, that it was similar in the former moment to what it is now, and then and what it is now is the same as what it is in the next moment. So then in that case it would be permanent or static, and but since production and cessation are mere nominal imputations, they're merely imputed. What do you say? Names and concepts imputed by the mind. Then one must accept that they are like magical illusions. Here, that they don't exist the way that they appear to exist, and therefore they don't exist. Although they appear to exist intrinsically, they don't exist that way. So therefore, we say they're like magical illusions.
This one. Oh yes, I did saw it. It tempted saw it. The carson kebalani hoata. Se kebade, and he shandaj in it so only. Kewa mare sangora. 대신 가를 로하면 대신 가도도상 가서도상 가만도를 현다질이야 로하 말에서 로여바 말에서라 대다예나 지다불 시바 규마도요 대나 개와당 각발라서 시바 코에 쳐도서 상마 에네 규마다보 레스 와라 대다에네 규마 나와 따르도 지나규 나와 예발라 유경원에 예바 나와 임발라 제간도나 되니 라에 매바치 어디에 고 시바 규마다 밀람단 라와치 많이 된 라와 인송도
The verse then says, there is no coming of the produced. Likewise, no going of that which has ceased. The produced should be coming from somewhere. The ceased should be going somewhere. But since it is thus, but that there's no coming or going, then why should existence not be like a magician's illusions? When you look for what is being imputed there, you can't find it. So then it's said to be like a magician's illusion.
Oh yeah, don't do it low general. Oh, don't go with Kebalanit and Jebatana. Kebalani, Kashine, Hada, Tation don't Gabala, Kashi don't draw, Mobo, Tingen draw meba, Tedare, Inase. Chidabuna, Chinaging over the Tamje Kumada, and draw my indi, draw indi, Tension Debar Joan, Bichelsagora. Tension Debar Joan, Chitawash into Toana, Kumajabatar and Gurgi, Gugin Sokwalatene, and Eugene when a Yavata which charge and get Tongiore, in a Yako Eugene when a Yamarina, Tension Debar Joan, some let Chawachi or Oh, this one's a Kumada double race on Gua. Gurgi, Kumada Gurgi. Mosham Geputa wouldn't mind, so on the Meba Marese. Chawachi and get you or race on Giora.
The commentary then reads, since things do not come from anywhere when they are produced, nor go anywhere when they cease, why should external and internal existence not be like a magician's illusions? Then to explain this, when dependent arising is seen as it is like a created illusion. Although it appears like it exists from its own side, it's because it exists as a dependent arising, then it functions. And it's not like a barren woman's child, something that would be completely non-existent.
Andelia come direction Gora. Then Jebak Nal Dawatrak, she gave an Drevenalia. Kewatsamia Karnasi, Rangwina Tribe Kewakagi or Kewakagi Maris. Kewatsamia Karna, and over some Moshamki Putabu, Rendu Res on Shasgora. Moshamki Pu, Shechata, Moshamki Pu, Shechata, Sungbese. Then de la Kuan de Barsungbese. Oh, and then rang Zawana Mesana, Yoba Marisan, Tension Deban Joan Kuatabare, Mana Moshanki Potachi Barendore. The Noble Kundi song to us, Ora. Sungbe, Jawa Lula Kelly, Menu Bar, Yoba mentions it. Jawa de Ranlulia Ke Malambache, or Tendesigo Maris, Ora. Tendusan, Jawa Ranlula, Kelly, Menu Bar, Yoba Maino, she. Keba Shanda somebody and then Madibare Songora. Kiwa Rangula Yomarangone, Kiwa Medu, Kiwa Mares. Rangula Kiwa Tengu Lula Rangula, Kiwa Kelly, Nuba Yoba Mares. She said, look some like Ravanes. Oh, Tengu Lula Tende, Kiwa Yoba Mares. Tende somebody Nasagora. Ume Tawa, Jibar Shiban, Tende, Quati, Ume Tawa, then Jidu Yorese. Umeta was the Rangwine Meba, Tension Rever Johnson with Chawachin, which you go with us. Tiny that there was. Mass and Annie, Rangune Chawachibati Maveran to Gore, Mari, you Jungune Chawachibati Maveran to Gores. The Manani Cheveran to Gora, Dajak Tanya the Chawachkugore. Into Umetawa, Jibarchiba, Umetawa de Mavasugores. Tenda Koanya Batini, Nandu Kurichebe, Chimetawas and Dodge, what in the Massana, like him the Massatane, Nandu Kusagres. Kitty Langdorchig Mare, Tibasana, Debumoban, Tonga Maris, or the Nani, Navake Kusagores and Gora. Nandu Kusibese, Chimetawas in the torch house. Chimayusha be Talena Shiba. You hear this on Gora.
Then the commentary goes on. At this point, Chandrakirti's commentary says that if mere production is negated, it is the kind of object of comprehension that a barren woman's child is, and thus a denial of dependent arising. Here it's saying that if you mere production is production that is what do you say, dependent upon what do you say, a nominal existence, and therefore is a nominally existent production. So then here, if that is rejected, if dependent arising is rejected, then what you're rejecting is that the from the viewpoint of the object, the objects do not function. And so then, so here the line says, inability to assert production in one's own system and placing hope in a system that claims production does not exist destroys the Madhyamaka view. Here the what's being refuted is production from its own side, okay, that or inherent production. It's not a complete refutation of production, and I mean in the sense of that it doesn't exist at all. Such, in that sense, then you're rejecting dependent arising, and therefore, as that dependent arising is from the viewpoint of the object, then objects would not function. It's as things are dependent arisings, then things do function, and since it and that would destroy the Madhyamaka view of the that although things don't exist inherently the way they appear to, they do exist as dependent arisings. And so then, since adherence to such an interpretation creates causes for bad rebirths, and what it should be discarded like a gob of spittle. Here, as you're denying dependent arising, you're denying cause and effect, and so then you're engaging in causes that will bring about bad what do you say, bad rebirths and rebirths in unfortunate realms. So then such an interpretation of well, it's basically a nihilistic interpretation, then should be discarded like a gob of spittle.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, 다되네. 당은 쇼로가 오래 뒤질래 챈바. 대대가 더 나를 띄운거도 가르쳐라. 지금 봐. 되긴도 그래서 그래서 까마르리 마음에다라. 뒤 너나래 까마르리 마음에다서. 까마르리 마음에다. 주마서 봐주고다. 멜랑로다 좀 뒤제춘다 다서도. 저 까마 라브리세 까마다 라브리 다신자고 통해야 되고 튜니 미시베 몽바 트베지여자 대왕의 통구요를 했어요. 대 코에 동해된 바지 뉴진담에다 통해야 되고 오늘 소소 마리베 제바 마리베 샤마도가 마리베 왕도가 야 마리 받은 담바들라 대통구요를 했어요. 까마다 까마 라브리다 까마니 부디 너르네 통구요라 까마데 천하고는 마도 나오는 통구요 말아. 어디 나시 코에 동해된 바 내려롱절에 소바트스 강강한서 통해야 돼. 코아코네 마리베 샤마도 송소바도 되네. 디나와디 요레세. 디다 제손했더니 용 말해서 거다. 까마라브리세.
Kamarabri. Then there's a verse, well, the similes that are stated in Sutra where the Buddha said to view compounded things as being like a star, and then also being like like what is a kind of a impairment in your eye, and a visual impairment, and so then these are examples of seeing something that doesn't actually exist there, and that's the way everything. We're seeing a star in the daytime. That means, and then the other one is kind of an appearance, a visual appearance of somebody who has an eye impairment, and so then these two are examples of how once we're under ignorance, once we're under the misapprehension of things as existing from their own side, then what we're seeing it doesn't what do you say, appears to exist and inherently, but it doesn't actually appear. Doesn't actually. What do you say? Then we misapprehend things as appearing from their own side, even though because we're accepting the way they appear.
다다 마리베 몽바다 덴바텔라 마리베 멤바다 용게 간사텔라 통그레 마리베 멤바다 트에소나 아니 통해요 말해서 거다.
Then for somebody who has the impairment then of ignorance, then they see things to appear that way. But somebody who doesn't have the impairment of ignorance, then they don't see things that way.
No, 까마르 마르메 다세데. 아니 동해 덴바데 마르메데 동레 다 놈디여나 디여여 봐도 코 바르그레. 디메나니 바르게요 말에. 어디나시 동해 덴바데 콜레다 녀모바 샤완도 큐니 디여여 봐도 아니 용그레 디메나니 용그 말에 송거도. 야.
The example of the next example is like an oil lamp, where as long as you have the oil in the wick, then the lamp burns. So that means as long as you have, what do you say, as long as you're, because the numdang.
동래 싱지다 배요로 띵배요로 numgora.
Dini, because
그래서 여여 봐도 말그라티 매는 방마라는 신호라.
as long as you have those, long as you're under the influence of ignorance and the other afflictions, then you will see things as inherently existent, and then once those are not, just like when the oil and the wick burn out, then you won't, and the lamp no longer functions. Then you will know once you are free of ignorance and the other afflictions. Then you won't have the sight of inherent existence.
Oh, yeah, melam lota, tin marakaza. Oh, the Kamara Mamidara. Juma said, and as you know, the Koba, Sutaru Resalasoba, you don't want the Melma Tony Chignon de Sigara. Oh, it is all Cocarsoda. Juma can give out a Pamela over Trison, now a tribute one day. Yabundo some Zanchik, then the young day or Resagora. Oh, Tinashi, and then Marazo, young and young Etia, Tilbe Wangani, Yukora, Dawada to me, Garcia, you don't want to eat them on the sober. Oh, then the young day or Rese. Tinyon Shinjiko, then but your mother, Jumana Shinjay.
The other one, the next one is like a magician's illusions, and a magician's illusions is that once we're, it's like when we have this, when we're under the influence of our ignorance, then we see things, everything that appears to us is like a magician's illusions, where we're just like being, what do you say, amused or entertained by a magician producing a beautiful dancing woman, for instance. Then we're under the our sense, all the sense objects, we see them as, making us happy or making us unhappy, and then we see things as having an attractiveness or an unattractiveness. But once we eliminate that, that's just the way things are appearing, and it's like an illusion. When we're not under the influence of our ignorance, then those things don't appear to us.
Siba de Koluburto, Yunchumsamado Neg Marin Jigbe Chujere de Orsora. O Dinashangaranzo, Chitawano, that Kove Penzo, Nyamson Yamatozuako, Tandako, Tevengo, or Sorgionako, the Matadon Jignidre, Nimbu Meva Resia, Desungua, Mitaba, Nimbu Meva, Sibanashi, Idemeva Resungara.
Then the example, the next example is of a dewdrop, something that disappears quickly, and so our experience of the happiness is our experience of happiness in what do you say, in cyclic existence then is like that. It just it's very quickly disappears.
This one, you must say, Chubur dance at her. Chubur dance, the go chabar of dance, and the Miss Salva, Damni, Lubur to Chicha, Chunju to the Yakingudwa, or the Lichubur Sigara. Oh, dinner she come and look. You to you down one Buddha, Sheba some 10, and then there were Reba, or Yabundu Samsa, Tubundu Samsa, then they tell you at the Kosora young dance Sigara. Oh, dinner she is. The matter to Chitabe on the Ted to Kinam Sanching to the rest of
The example of the next example then is of raindrop. Well, what do you say? Bubbles that form, like when the rain falls into raindrops fall into a puddle. There's a little bubble that comes up really quickly, and then bursts, and that is an example of how it's really our perceptions where the object and the what do you say, the sense faculty and the consciousness come together, and we have a perception that can make us happy or miserable. Just in that coming together, then completely what do you say, disperses in the next moment. So our experiences are like that, or like what do you say, bubbles in a rain puddle.
Well, that you must see, Chuburse, Siba de Medabachera. Chuburse de any day, Garsoda. You in Yonga, Yonam shows a table, then you Yonga, Dewasorina, Namsan Jundra, the Vachel during Tungin Yongo, and Tunga, she chamber think to her. She made up what you Tunga.
The one dewdrop is like impermanence, but here the example is not so much impermanence as it is suffering, because when those three aspects of perception come together, and then we experience some form of happiness, but that doesn't last. It just goes. So and it becomes, and then change. So that experience of happiness then changes into an experience of suffering.
Oh yeah, that did. Then Milam lot and trade up so. Milam ding up to Koagi, you to Samatam Jede, Chinsari Samade, Milam Nashi and Deba. Was a Milam time some among you at the Deba Tango or Sigora. Oh, Tina Shiko, Chinsari de Milam Nashi. Yes, and the Kayomaroko.
Then our experiences in cyclic existence are said to be like a dream. And that means that that they just quickly become just the object of our memory. That it's an example of something that passes.
Well, there's a Yaga do a Karichuna. Chinsari Yomar, the Milam Dansu Nises on the Yomara Kayomara, or Dinashire Yomare Kayomare Sugara. She has some Tanati Johnson, Deva Samutani, Titu Samishata Yomar, Chinsari. Ni7 says that I'm married. Milam Danzilanga, that Ni says to Yomara Kayomar. What Dinashire Sugara?
It's just like when you wake up from a dream, the dream is completely gone, and so that's the idea, that our experiences of happiness and suffering are quickly become objects of memory, so that we shouldn't think so much about them. They're already gone.
Lord Nasira, Lord Koe Chusama, Nicarasore, Mahombatera. Mahobal Kari you made and take your mother. Luburdu Lord is Namti and Luburdu Lord, Luburdu Jigdura. At the end of Mahobadi, Namka Lord and Dowres. 루버도 연삼지 가리온도 큐브스 요네니 양권 직도 해서 거라.
Then the next simile is of a lightning flash. It's an example of something in the future that you don't know when something's going to happen, but it happens and is over really quickly, just like a flash of lightning.
저는 뛴다 보셔라. 뛴디 따다와서도. 거기에 룰론지 person 서버시 단다 가르 통기네. 컨디션 콜루부르도 종아래. 단다 가반도르네 루부르도 예한도 가반도 소세 대긴 간준데나 강내 공서 세세시에 그요 말. 로스다 가반도 세게 말. 루부르도 예한도라. 텐데레스 거라. 따다와. 다다 예버도 루부르도 괜찮니 종아래. 다고 게 대기 말이야 남산 루부르체네. 대식도래 가반도 간에 텐데게요 말에 송거라.
Then the final example, the ninth example, is of a autumn cloud, which forms quickly and then disperses. It forms and then disperses, and forming and dispersing very quickly, and so it's an example of how things in the present that we don't know where they came from. They just sort of adventitiously arise based on all different causes and conditions assembling, and then they disappear just as quickly as those causes and conditions change and disappear. So then we have no idea of where they went to. It's just like we were talking about in this in the sutra that is quoted here in the commentary.
텐데 사촌다 거라. 뒤에 간거도 미닥바다. 아니 코에 내려lon주 상만 미닥바다. 아니 코에 내려lon주 도서 간가 레단이 뭐배 샤완션이 연구요 봐. 동해랑 신신 레뉴지 샤완션기 동해요 봐. 디니니 야고지 삼을 거리나 네 라완도 좀 매버대 하고 두고라. 디 참만남드나 연구도 가서는 되네ren가 미비치입니다. 루부르도 교단께 되네ren가 연구를 하ren가 매버차고라. 미다로와 되는입니다. 니베된 실다서 단다지전에 동해지 된치고라 대화를 서로 양 동해를 두고라. 샤완제 레뉴 샤완제마도 소송되거나 쉬어야 말아. 그래서 동해를 시제 레뉴진 교라셔서 된도 라완하지 해요 말이지. 교단께 마부지기 샤완제는 콜루부르도 연구하라. 인가 코랑 원에 용해지 말 교단께 마부지 루부르도 전에 루부르도 라완매바 연구하라는 가려 연구이나. 된도 라완도 좀 라완이 좀세대 용해요 말해서 거라. 삼미다바다 미다바 인당에 교단께 내는 계단길로 대 미다바다 동해 야고 삼을다나 동바데고 레라우체 하고 거도. 거기 와래. 야 된도
These examples then are of impermanence and where things are coming together and then quickly dispersing, and then where there are also examples of how we're under the power of suffering, and suffering being under the power of our karma and our afflictions, and so then when Dharmakirti in his Paramavartika, the compendium of valid cognition, that he makes the point that when we know impermanence and how things are formed on and disperse on based on the assembly of causes and conditions, and are constantly in a state of flux, and that and then as we're always under the influence of other causes and conditions, our karma and our afflictions, that we're always we never are under our own power. We don't have our own, what do you say? Maybe you could say our own independence, but and when we understand that, then we can then this helps us to understand how things are empty of any what do you say, or empty in the sense of empty of being self-established or autonomous or essentially existent and so forth.
Duje di kewan jikba nebe tsengi dan dambare deora. Kewa re deora, neba re deora, jikbe rangshin re deora. Tsengi sudel sigore. O duje ke tsengi sumbu rangshin ki tuba rimdan jikjar du tala kakba che. Ane tsengi tungmi du tawa kakba. Jikdan tade kakba che mangbuchi duwa. Shinrish duwa. Dinane da tangbu dirda. Tsengi sumbu rangshin ki tuba rimda jikjar du tala kakba che. Kewan jiba neba sumbu te sigora. Ni rangshin ki tube sugi rimgi yunga yomare. Jikjar du tuki maare se. Te mea zantini kewa la sokban duje tamje rangune tube kewa yomare se. Te sungu duwa. Sholuka chukjiba dike.
So now we're on the 11th verse, verse 361 in the translation. Then here it's under the general heading of a general repetition of inherently existent production, duration, and disintegration, the three defining characteristics of a product. And so there are four different reputations here, but we don't have to list them all. The first one here is refutation of inherently existent characteristics by examining sequentiality and simultaneity. And so anyway, that by examining it for that looking for inherently their inherent existence, then you can't find it in when they're put in sequence or in happening all at once.
Oh yeah. Tangani de shegura kedan neta jikba nam segdwa. Kewa sudo ngobote da de kewa sudo gyune kamna segdwa. Gyune gyudigen gyurwa cheche hakigiyora ko. Ene neba se ke san ne neba che. De chelia gyunde bjin gyunde pa jingdwa segora. Jikba nam se. Jikjan junga yeme shense. Kewa da neba da jikba sum o pena nyugu dobjin nyugu kewa da neba da jikba sum de ene jikjardo rangone rangshingi tube su kora rangone ene jikjardo kinjine sum chen su yoya yo mare sungora. Jikjar junga ma shense. Tane tene kewa da jikba neba sum de rangone tube su gi tangbo ke neba da jikba me tene ne ene kewa da jikba me tene ji neba da kewa me ba tene re chene yungu yoribasne te rangone tube su rimjin junga yoba mare sugora. O de mena namshin junga yobar yor. De mena kewa dan gagba neba la soba tsengi tezo rangone tube namshin junga yode rangone tube yoba mare sungudwa. O de deba de pachi ta lela dwa. Duje ji tsengi keba dan neba dan jikba nam sigdwa. Ngo nye ji chikjar junga mayin shin sugora. Rangshin ki rangwa tsuki rangi ngoyo kuranga rangshin ki tsuki chungi yomar ko chue marwa. Rangxin mare, chue mare, chue che, gyudan gen sokwa luburdo chue ku, ku ngode, so ku yara, chue ku yara. Rangwini yuwa yuwa mare, shen la tue chin tel ni ngon sha ku yara. Ngo nye je chikjar jungwa yuwa me se, rimgen jungwa ya ngo nye je yuwa me se, ngo nye je se. Kurang rangwini rangxin ki se yara. Mina se, tu namshin na ngo nye je jungwa yuwa jus. Duche senyi kinchi ne sumdi, rangwa suji truba yuwa mare, chikchar tuku maru, rimgya tuku maru sikora. Chikchar tu tumnani ki tu nekabna kun jikwa ta neba tusu yodurwa. Rimgya tumnani kiawa mengengi jikwa mengengi neba rwa. Kiawa ta neba meben jikwa yodurwa. Di hindi ranguni truba suki te yungu maru sungora. Ya. Wadi luwa dendwa kinchi nesum chuchi rangshin ki mede rimgin chungwa da chichar juwa mebe chirsite dade wadi kodwa. Yeah.
So here then the verse reads, production, duration, and disintegration do not occur simultaneously. Here production means that it comes into coming into existence. Duration means that it stays, and then disintegration means we're talking. Take, for instance, a sprout means that it grows, then it abides, it stays, and then it disintegrates, or what do you say? Perishes. So production, duration, and disintegration do not occur simultaneously. Here we're talking about inherently existent or essentially existent production, duration, and disintegration, all unrelated to each other, all happening at the same time. And if they are not consecutive, where they would all be unrelatedly, what do you say, existing essentially, then when can they ever occur? The commentary says, since production, duration, and disintegration, the characteristics of products, like a sprout, for instance, do not occur simultaneously by way of their own essence, nor consecutively by way of their own essence. When they occur by way of their own essence. So it means that they don't ever occur, that they can't be, what do you say, they can't be, they don't happen by way of their own essential nature, or whatever you know, or they don't autonomously occur. If we made a syllogism out of it, then it says the subjects, production, duration, and disintegration do not exist inherently or intrinsically or essentially because of not being inherently simultaneously or inherently consecutive.
No, yeah. Tadi ore tachidan ko chiribata soge ko duje kanga de keji ki jigna dig mare sagyara. Nangbachene ko nangbachene chirama de gashi ya tangbo ke juda kengi kyaware segora. Tene ko de reni ne ko re segora. Tene tamadul jidu re servs. Chirama to tendere shagdoa. Tayina ko chiribage hotere tangbo ke ne kaje ne majibu che ne tama dele mebe sana jidu re tende jidu segyora. Yina ko keji jigba de kelen gyomare. Keji jigba yina ni ko keji ke namsa mebe rendo no kon drebu kando sikege basera. Gugin drebu kyogora. Sabyon gin yogu kyogora. Ne sabyon koran keji jigde jingdo na 요거 간데스 기그레 게토 마레스 거라 어디 게지리아 균데게 되어샤도 마레스 거라 디인데 고 게지마 마레스 거라 디인데 고 마주르제까지 봐도 되고 딱봐 순리시래도 거라 데 시라망으로 남바도 제가 어디 당보기에 되네 고 메던진 당보기에 에테네 고 야고지 샤르네 야고시데 디체만 메도 감서나 신의 집도 지금 용다 나라주 단에 뒤로와 당부기에 따뜻한 매도 야고시 내더라 다시 샤스 답해면서 신의 집어듯이 샤도 딘드레지레데 디장자 말을 엄마바도 샘sam바도 지기나 아니 깨지리야 고 당부기에 되도 내드네 고 깨지 거랑 당부 내드네 직바 줍사래 직바랑 신천시마도 지금 내버세요 말에 공주지 줄게 제시래도 요라 디네 깨지만 이네 자와 제토부를 레부게토 그래서 거라 benang아서 로디레 로 깨지 지겨라 이네 고 중이지 투유대도자 깨직마도매 직계는 매는다 레부게토 말와 코코나 딘데 제전 잡을 중이지 지 용기하라 로디 바셔도 그 중이 방신 거신 깨지를 지겨라 로 어디 지겨라 어디 만지는 변에 로 누구 말아 로선도 말아 그래서 그 깨지 되되어 때이나 그 중이지 요상 아주 이걸로 어떻게 그래 멤버 세트 그래 이거 제트 우리 간거 제트 그라 그래서 그 자와 제트 그래 그 근데 로되게 멤버 세트 제트 그래 시자 두리아로도 세트 제트 그래서 거라 어디 질렀나
Generally, the non-Buddhist tenet systems or philosophical systems, then you can say, well, all non-Buddhist tenet systems don't accept momentariness, that things change from one moment to the next, as asserted by the Buddhists. But among Buddhists, also the Vaibhashika tenet system, they see things according to the, just sort of our worldly way, or maybe you can say the common way of looking at how things, we're talking about products here, how things come into existence, and then they'll stay around for a little while. Each one has its own duration, and then finally it's destroyed. And so the Vaibhashika system is that way. But the non-Buddhists, they have that same idea that things produce, and then they have to abide for the products come into existence, things are produced, and then they abide for a certain time, and then they disintegrate or destroyed. But they said if it just changed from one moment to the next, then it could never, if something changed, like the seed for a sprout changed constantly from one moment to the next, then it would never be able to give rise to an effect or a sprout, because it'd be destroyed from one moment to the next. And so then the Samsamba and sort of the Chittamatra and Madhyamaka systems, then they assert a momentariness where things are just by fact of being produced, that things are disintegrating, so that they don't abide from one moment to the next, but they have a certain continuity, and so, or continuum, if you will, and so then, because it's due to this continuity or continuum, then that they are able to give rise to an effect.
That's right. That's what you do. Yeah, 당은 데르다 쇼로가 중이더라. 니바 어디네 생이 통미도 타에 가고 와서도. 생이서도 단단 데르다 견지내 숨더라. Duje Sen Kinji Nesum Desigra. And the Tumi do Tave, and a Yawarang in the Tuba Gagba, Kinji Nesum less over Rang in the Tuba, Yamaris Gagdua. Oh, then. Gela Sogba, Tamjela, Larian Tamjan Junga Desi. The Yeshe, Jigba, Gendrashi, never Jigdan Dora Nangsigdua. Karsigan Duje Sen Kewada Nevada, Jigba Sogba Sigdua, Gela Sogba Asidu. Duje Sen Kevan Jigba never Sumbutigdua. Sogba se. Tamjela, and Duje Tamjela Sigura. Larian Tamjan Junga Desi. Larian Geve, Tamje Junga de Jungu Besher. Then Jigba Laya, Gewada, Dawara, Jigba Shen, Yeban Jurshin, Neba Laya, and then Jigba Dan Dawara Nashi, Neba Tenshin, Kelly Kubar, Kubese, Tuba Meban Jurshin, Tedana, Save Seni, Madrube, Rangshin Jutuba, Tuzamia Meadow Sigua. Oh, that and I, Gewada. Oh, there's some Tamje, the engineers on the Soba Tamje, and they give this your angel. Oh, Niba, Seni, Tumido, Tawa Sire. The Dutch Dama, the Tezuya, it say your Gewa, Neba, Jibas, Gewe Gewas, Chishavre. Nebas, Jibin Jibas, Chishavra. No, Tishana Nida, Gewa Delia, Gewa Chisha. Kewa, Yati, Kewati, Liana, Kewa, some sing out to the Tomirandora. Oh, the Dekashira. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Did you love Shanna? Yeah.
So, this next one then is a refutation through the consequence of infinite regress of the characteristics, the defining characteristics of a product. So that the verse reads, if for production and all the others, production and all the others here means duration and disintegration. All of these occurred again, then disintegration would seem like production and duration like disintegration. So here the commentary explains this, that since well, this is coming from there's a in the Vaibhashika. Then they have what you call the production of production. You have production, then you have the production of production, and so forth. And you have disintegration and the disintegration of disintegration, and so they assert this. So here the commentary then says, since production and duration, since production, duration, and disintegration would all require the production of production, and so forth. Disintegration, like production, would have another disintegration. You'd have to have the disintegration of disintegration, and duration too would seem like disintegration, in that you would have to assert that it has another duration. Thus, there would be infinite regress into beginninglessness, which is what the Vaibhashika asserts. So, in that case, the basic characteristics would not be established. Therefore, there's not even an atom of inherent existence. We're talking about inherently existent characteristics.
Nandi Sholuga Choksum de Redwa. Oh, the Sumba Chigda Tadela Kani, Takshan, any power Rangone Tuba, Rangshin to a Kagdua. Oh, this Sawan de Redwa. It's Senshi, Shenshi Nas de Kajik Susigiora, Mama Tula Giora. Sengi dance, the Sengi Kinjinesum disora, and Duchek Sen Kinjinesum. Senshi Pumbata Sigora. Senshi Ranshi Chikam Tade Kuni Kinjinesum Tida Pumba Kinji Nesum, Pumba Kinji Nesum, the Pumbani Rangshin Chigre, Rangshin Taderes Gora. Senshi Rangshin Chikam, Seni Kinji Nesum Le, Senshi, and then Duje Pumbatabu, Rangshin Shen, Shenasana. Ore. Seni da, Senshi Rangshin Chikam Tadese, Jotibra. And Seni Kinji Nesum Le, Senshi Duje Pumbatabu, Rangshin Shen, Senasagora. Deep Tambude, Seni da, Senshi Rangshin Chikam Tadese, Package Tegora. This one. Oh, then Seni Kinji Nesum Le, Senshi Duje, and then Pumbatabu de Rangshin Chigino Senase, Tapa Kagiora. Chigino Senadigmar, Tadeno Senadigmar, Rere Kagiora. That is Senshi Mida, Ni Kangle, Yana, Shigan, Yubaye, Mor Seva, Yu Mayan said. I'll Tambutama Chilapshan. Oh, yeah.
So the next, the 13th verse here, it's 363, then is a refutation by examining whether they are one or different. And here, so in reference to the three characteristics, so are the defining characteristics in that which they characterize one or different in nature, is the question as put forward. It says this in the verse, but also in the commentary. And then the assertion is that which is characterized, namely a product such as pot, is different in nature from its three characteristics, defining characteristics, production, duration, and disintegration. So, so I think it's hard to say how. Anyway, in the Tibetan it makes it easy, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. Maybe in the first two lines it says, if that which is characterized is said to be different from its characteristics, then, okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Senshi. Shen Nas, Shen Sinas, Tapa Kabachora. Oh, yeah. Senshin Duje Pumbata Buchera. Senshin Duje Pumbata Buche. And Seni Mida Bada Kewada Neban Jiba Sungunane, Midabada, Jibata Butichera. Midaba Ni, Kanale, Maimberta, Tango Tade in the Sigora. Senshi Pumbati, Pumban Duje Pumbata Buti, Midaba Maimbertal Sigora. Mida Bakane in the Maimbar Sarsora. Senshi Mida Ni Kangle said. Senshi Pumba de Midaba Kanle in the Maimbar Sarsigora. Mida Ni Kanle in the Maimbar Sarsigora. Karesana Pumba de Midakbale Rangshin Tade in Bechresora. Rangshin Tade Resora. This one Pumba de Midakba Rangshin Maina. Pumba de Midagba Rangshin Kagayina, Pumba de Midagba review Mare. Pumba Midagba Yina, and the Pumba de Midagba Rangshin in Korongo in Kuyora. What did you learn? Since Midani Kanle said.
So then, how can that which is characterized, namely a product such as pot, okay, be impermanent? How could it? It follows that it's not, for impermanence in the pot are inherently different. If you say that that the characterized and the, what do you say? The characterized, I guess, is a good, or the defined, and the defining characteristics are inherently different. Then they have to be of the same nature. But then it couldn't be, then a pot couldn't be impermanent if they're totally different nature. Teresa.
This one, yeah, Senshi Mitani Kale, Senshi Pumbati Mitaba Maimber and Dures and Otade in Asagora. Tintibache. Yana Shika Yubaye, more so you my insigua. Yana Rangshinji Drube Tamide Bade, Rangshinji Drube Tamide Bade Chiginasagora, Ranguni Drube Chiginasagora. Yana Rangshinji Drube Tamide Ba, Tamide Inas, Rangshinji Drube Chiginasagora. Pumbada, Pumba Jigba, Pumbada, Pumba Java, Pumbada, Pumba Nebata, the Chiginasagora. Chigina, Seni from the Senshi, Shigan, Nobor Yebaye, Moro, Savar Yeba Mimbartas. Oh, in it, Senshi Pumbada, Seni, Dujeg Seni, Java Neba Jigba Sum the Shigan, and Nobo Yebaye, Mo, Savar Yeba Mimbartas. Tishi de Nobo, Savage and the Martasagora. Garesne, Seni. Seni membertas. Java Neba dan Jigba Sumbuti Seni Rig Maresagora. Gares Sensi Pumber da Jigrabase, Sensi Pumber the China called Sensi Regre. Sensi de Seni Rendore, Seni de Sensi Rendore. The Seni da Sensi Jenny Shidi Young Maresagora. This was Chiginarwa. Shidi Chigina Nijigrava, Sensi de. Gavare never and Gavare and Dura. Gava never to do Sensi and Dura. That's saying that Sensi somebody the Sensi chick the Chigina and Sensi then Sensi Yomarwa. This one.
The picture trees on it.
Oh, yeah. Pages is like oh man, because
inherently not different. Alternatively, if they are inherently not different, if they're not different, I was thinking that they are different. But alternatively, if they are inherently not different, the four, then three characteristics and what they and that which they characterize do not clearly have the entity of existing as functional things. It follows that the characteristics are not characteristic because of being one with that which they characterize, and that which they characterize is not what is characterized because of being one with the characteristics. So you couldn't, as all, you think of these four, the three characteristics and what they characterize as one thing, then you couldn't make a distinction between what is characterized and what is, and the characteristics, the defining characteristics. No
good. In
the conclusion, it said one should therefore not assert that they are inherently one or different.
That sense that saying the chicken and it sensi say Yungmarwa. Sensi sensi dora. Open the Deniris and Anne, but the Medaba Rigmarwa, Jawa Rigmarwa, Jiba Rigmarwa. Jiba Resno called Jiba Rangshin Redora. And the more Jiba Rangshin Chipa Sechipa Redora.
So then it's saying that if they're one, then they'd be completely one, and you couldn't distinguish between the defining characteristics and that which is characterized. And if they were different, then you could never be able to, for instance, talk about the impermanence of a pot because that which is characterized is totally different from its what do you say? The impermanence and the pot are inherently different.
Oh yeah, do it. Rangshin Jitrubechik that had a count to a Kalam Bomasa or sitting to it. Shiba, the Sholka Tripsidera.
Shiba on the 364.
Shiba, oh, need Yume Tala Kagbanis, Rangshin Jitruba Yuva and Meva and the taxation, Gava to Rangshin Jitruba Kagdua, Kilatunza Nidua, Geshe Gigu, Tindrup Yobe, Keso, Tindrup to Yoba Kawasisha. Keso Nobo, Nome Kangdo and Temba Matruba Shet, and say Nietzsche Shekdwa. Oh, that Tango Derida, teach Parlamna, subject.
Okay, so here we're on the 14th of the verses 364, and this is a refutation under the main title. Well, it's sort of, this is a certain refutation here. Refutation by examining whether they are existent or non-existent by way of their own essence. Then there are two parts to this, and so this 364, or the 14th verse, is then refuting that production is truly existent because there are truly existent producing causes.
Yeah, that is done. Oh, yeah. Tambo Geshe, the good Tindrup Yobe, Keso, Tindrup Yeshe, Tangma Sula Budwa. Oh, Tene Yogutabu, Geshe, Go, Sabella Soba, temperature by Yobeshena, Nick Gesha, Yoguti temperature by your race, Gara. Oh, the Geshe goes to the Kutel Sigara. Tindrup Yobes, Yobeshers, Kusenko Gora. And it also Tindrup to Yesena, or Tipa Kagora. The Shologa Matave. Kotsu Karla Gure, Geshe Gu, Geshe Gu temperature by Yobeshena, Gesha can travel the temperature by Yoko Grace. Sigara, or the Yoko Mare gave a good temperature by Yoko Mares, Kapachudwa. Yeah.
So the assertion here is stated here in the commentary that production and so forth exist inherently because the agent of production exists inherently. That they're saying that once the cause truly exists, then the effect truly exists as well.
Oh, did this one. Tangani Sawadirda. Ngobungole make it a second Tambudinda, Roa. Oh, Nugu Ngobotabu de Segura, Ngobos, Nugu Ngobotese, Drebudirova. And a troop saint in Yeshe, Nugu Ngobo troops simba, Nugu Resarvat in Yesegura. Sabe Gay, Ngobo Trube Tule, Sabe Ngobo Trube Tule, Sabe Ngobo Trube Tusu Yobache Segura, Tutus Unisigura. Laria make it ese. Digdoa, Yogude, in Jebu Yogude, two Sabe Gitus Yone, young, two de Jebudiaki or Mechi de Sigura. Laria make it Sabe Magura Yogu, make a Sigua. Oh, Sabe the journey Yogura. Sabe the Dodoji Deshan and Yugero Chigmarwa. O didn't Sabe the Deuce and Yogu and Ke Maresegura. Caras and Yuke Gune Sabe the Jurgo Resegura. Sabe Jingagni and Yugura. Sabe Magura and Yugu make a Cherse. Nobungle make it a cedera. Yugu troops in Batinis, and the Sabe Jungobo Trubetul Suyone, Laria make it a segura. Nobungle make it. Caras and Sabe Magura, you could make a Segura. And if Sabe get use and Yugu Kena, you could Laria Kekure. Sabe to Suyone, Kunyuchi Kesare, Yang Jackie Jokami, Laria Kekuri, Kekumaroko, Yomaroko, Yugu San and Yangai, and you would give a Chegomara Segura. You would kiss in Laria, give a miracle pictures. Mobile make it a said, 60 to that. Oh, teach you, Lamna.
So here, if we look at the first line of the verse, it says, "A thing is not produced from a thing." The thing here is the same. Well, a thing is, we usually translate that as a composite a composite thing or something like a composite or compounded thing anyway. So anyway, a thing is not produced from a thing. And here the commentary goes into that and says, the sprout as an already existing functional thing is not produced again while the seed as a functional thing exists. So because a sprout is not produced unless the seed undergoes change. If the seed just remains the way it is, anyway, if it just remains the way it is, it will never give rise to the sprout. It has to go through, it can't just, like when you throw it in the ground, it has to change. But if it doesn't undergo any change and give rise to the sprout, and then when the seed, what do you say, is no longer present, then it gives rise to the sprout. So then also a sprout that has already been produced cannot be produced again. If say the sprout has already been produced, then it can't be, to be produced again would be senseless. Teresa.
Yes, one. Oh, that is Lamna de Carsora. Two to unit Jebu Keva said the Transemba in Batranjemba. Roa.
Transemba.
Oh, you do so. Do so, Koyana, mother, due to some Mabin Jebuchi Yoma Resigora. That day Ancora Samlutan says Yora. A Carisam Gursena. Pena, Omalia, show your Mario Resigora. Oma de Jure Resigora. Show you Jure and a Carsore. Oh, Oma de Shoda, Marda, and a de Churada, the Zuraba. Muti Duco, you may do some Mara Yore. Shoa yore, chura yore. Ombu yudu segi omar, di mar resam, di chura resam, sebijan tungi omar, madu ye yore sigora. O penazo ko til num charsaga yungar til yora. O dinal num yore sigora. Num mena ni tisirni num chay yung mar sigora. Sa judi tel direti tusun jebu num di yoye varese. Tanda ngazu tel di tong madu num di tungi omar sigora. O tiende ko gyudusu yöne drebu di kigore tille num kigido wasigora. Gyudusu mene drebu kiya kagore chimando wasigora. Chima hagora. O chima de tsirsuna num toyame do wasigora. To tsirsuna num toyame do wasigora. Koral meza tiri sigora. Chesa gyu kangale ko nyelen gyudele kon drebu di yore sigora. Ngazu ongbe yudu sel tuki yoma rese. Tini chima gyude ko ya chide laren ke yungo rese. Laren ongbe yudu sel rudu. Eni ko ti tas sadu kesun samgyore. Dambune yore sigora. Dilam nani shinkari signa samgira.
So when it says also a sprout that has already been produced cannot be produced again, this is coming from the Thabkhe position that the effect exists at the time of the cause. Thabkhe is not, they have a reason for thinking like this. What they're saying is like with milk and milk products, cheese and yogurt and butter and so forth, that all of the cheese, the yogurt, and the butter exists at the time of the milk. The milk is, it's just that we can't see them, but then when the milk is, when you do something to the milk, then they become visible to us, and it's the same with sesame oil. When you the oil is there in the sesame seed, and and when you crush it, then the oil becomes manifest. If you tried to crush sand, for instance, you never get any oil out of it. So this is the way they're reasoning it.
Chema de labe, chema de labe. Oh, did this. Yeah, done this. Tangani dirita. Sholuga tambote, Tsika tambote, Ngobongole, Meche de, Ngobo Nuguta bude, Sabin Jusu, Sabin Ngobo Yoba Latene Laren Kiwama resting the Sara. Oh, that many kigmar cedra. Ngobo, Ngomele, Meche Sigdoa. Nugu Ngobo de Sigora. Sabin Ngobo Meba Lake Mare Sigora. Oh, Nugu Ngobo Drebun, Nugu Ngobo de. And Sabin Jingo the managing Mara, two managing Mara. Ngobo me make Yeshe. Ngome make it. Ngobo Mebala and Drebu or Kevin Nuba maybe she'll say. Ngobo Mana, you do the mana and it Ngobo Mebala Mebalaya, Drebu Kevin Nuba Yungma Resegora. Ngome make it a Sigda. Ngobo Mebala Tene, Jungobo Mebala Tene, Drebu Kevin Nuba Yomarite Sonza, the Drebu Ngome, Jungome Le Gigmaresera. Ngome le make it. Ngole make yosta. Sabi Penasegura. Sabi Sigbe. Sabi Sixadu, Sabi de Nugu Ngobo Yomarwa. Nugu 6 are the Gigmarwa. Sabin Sigbagin Nugu Sigba Majivana Shedesura. Drebungome, Jungobule Mekeose. Drebungome, Nobu Mebashi, Jungobule Tenikia Yomaresura. Ngole Mekeose. Drebungome Nobu Maimbashi, Jungobule Tenikigmarese. Yeah, do it. Oh, that rubber.
So then the verse continues with the next 3 lines, this 14th verse, where it says, so our first line was that a thing is not produced from a thing. Now, this is, nor is a thing produced from a non-thing. The next line, and then the next 2 lines are, a non-thing is not produced from a non-thing, nor is a non-thing produced from a thing. So here, the commentary on this thing produced from a non-thing is the sprout as a functional thing is not produced from a non-functional seed. Because a non-functional thing does not have the ability to produce an effect. Furthermore, then the next line is, a non-thing is not produced from a non-thing. Furthermore, a non-functional effect is not produced from a non-functional cause. Then the commentary gives an example that a burnt seed does not produce a burnt sprout.
Yeah.
And then tamade.
Then
the last one is, nor is a non-thing produced from a thing. A non-functional effect is not produced from a functional cause. Since the fallacies already explained apply.
Kasimbe nyeba todu babe chiro, teji rangshin gekewa, misibe te kebe gyuji, dönmebe chiros. O ta shesimbe tanda kondu shesimbe tar, gönyu jukure se te sonza ko, gyu rangshin jitube, kewa misibe se, rangshin jitube kewa misibe te kebe gyuji, rangune tuba dönmebe chiros che.
Since an inherent production is impossible, causes and conditions giving rise to it are meaningless. That's the conclusion in the commentary.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, that is it. Talk about lesson. Tanga to did that. Shuluga Janga Badira. Oh, that's just it. Aniba Keso Ngome Kandoya Temper Madrupane. Sakewal Dan Jigba Nebala Sobateso. Ngobe Temper Tugumaru, making Temper Tugumaru Shagua. Shaya Kewadan Jigba Ngobe Rangshin La Togam, we make it Rangshin La To. Nigata and Meritis. Ngama Kejitigua. Any Kewadan Nebadan Gabatozo. Ngobe Rangshin, Ngobo Imbe Rangshin Trukuyarda. Ngome Imbe Rangshin Chires, Carese, Tuatiora.
So there's a well, this next verse then is production and so forth, and neither truly existent things nor truly existent non-things. The question arises here from the essentialists.
Oh, yeah.
Moreover, should one consider that production and disintegration pertain to that which has the nature of a functional thing or a non-functional thing? Both. That's the question.
This one. Yeah.
Len.
Yeah, that case in being Nobo Segdo. Nobo Mingur said, Tunda Shagorda. Case in being Nobo Nugutabude, Laria, gave a Nobo Gurkima Resigora. Jutus Sarna, Coke Sarva. Jutus Yonako Nuke Sarena, Laria, and Echo Nugumo Keko Maresigora. Nobo Mingur, etc. Case in being Nobo Nugude. Gyudusu ke sarayina sigora. Gyudusu ke simbe nugungobu te sigora. Ane larian gyuge larian keve ngobola nugungobola gyuro che kugu mare sigora. Karse nugu gyudusu na ku nugu re saray, gyule ke saray sigora. Kene larian ke wa tuheme bechire. Nugu trup sane yangya gyudigi nugu trubar chebala tonda mare sigora. Larian ke wa tuheme sedira. Ngobor minjurde setiche. Tene ngobor minjuro sedra. Ngobo meba nyugu dusu sabyon dusu nyugu ngobo mebar. Tene nyugu ngobo rangshin jutube kewar minjur resegora. Garesna meba ji rangshin gikigu yuna mosham gi buyan kewar tavechir segora. Ngobor minjurde sera. Gyudusu ngobo drebi ngobo meba yina, ene gyudigi yan drebi ngobo keku mare sigora. Tikaresine gyudusu mene rangshingi drebu kigi yuna, ene moshan buda meba kanka kekur sigora. Chidan gyudusu mene drebu kekurwa ngansulula. Drebu di gyudusu yomara, mene kekura. Ta yina di karse gyudusu mene gyudusu drebu mene rangshingi drebu di kigi yusina, 네 매번 모션 보더라도 저 깨고래서 거라. 정신 끼기나 시거라. 되는 거보다 응면 니가 라 깨와 정신이 매도세. 어디라도 단디 뭐보 mengude 응면 거 보면 주루세 된다더라.
So then both are inappropriate. Both either a functional thing or a non-functional thing. A thing does not become a thing here, nor does a non-thing become a thing. Here, maybe a functional thing, I think, in a truly existent or essentially existent one. something already produced does not again become a thing being produced, since it is senseless for it to be produced again. A non-functional thing is not produced again as a thing. Otherwise, it follows that even a barren woman's child could be born. To say that a non-functional thing is not produced again as a thing is the idea that that something that you give rise to, that causes give rise to an effect is not a problem, but if the causes are said to be essentially existent or autonomously existent, then it would be that a non-existent thing could be produced, and so then if that were the case, then any non-existent thing could be produced, like what do you say, a barren woman's child could be born.
뭐야, 다 쇼로가 시간 지만이더라.
Oh, Kamachima don't
뭐다 가지고 샤샤가. 딜랍샤가. 또 반대원 샨디그라. ngwe me gyurde ngwe me gyuro sesidwa. 식번 ngwe 매바데 라랴 jigbe ngwe 매바는 교구 말해서 ngwe me gyurde 시거라. 가래 여바 민바라 모샴제 부더 jigba 고 ngwe 이나네 모샴 부나시리들 지게게요 말해서라. 계생게 ngwe 매바면 gyuro. 계생게 ngwe 매번 gyur고 말해서라. 펜준 개외셔제 계semba 영어바 영어메도 교라네 뭐보다 뭐메 명개와 타고 도래 뭐보 뭐면 개 그래서라 어디 주잖아 그래 야
저는
데발로 샤나
야바 고츠나
아래 담말로 샤디레 디라 데데 뭐메 저데
A thing does not become a thing, and nor does a non-thing.
어데레 식방 뭐보 식상게 뭐보 매버레서나 시거라 라량 집에 뭐보로 식방 뭐보 매버질린 교례 용 말해서라 식사는 뭐메레 살아 식방 뭐메데 라량양 집에 뭐보 매버진 집에 인게 뭐보 매버질린 교례 말해서라 여바 멤버라 소고 모상게 부다 집에 매버지고 여바 뭐메이나 여바 말해서 이 모상게 부나신 집에 용거 말해서라 ene kesin je ngobo meba menjude ke sare ngobo de ene rangshin je ko ngobo ke ba yene ngobo meba len jorge mare sigora kare rangshin je tube ngobo re rangshin je tube ngobo mere na ene niga ngobo da ngobo niga yengo re ne tini ge gre sigora don digre no
so here a totally so the conclusion for the previous two lines then is that thus there is no inherent production of either functional or non-functional things. A totally disintegrated non-functional thing, this is for the final two lines, a non-thing does not become a non-thing, nor does a thing become a non-thing. A totally disintegrated non-functional thing does not again become a disintegrating functional thing. For something non-existent like a barren woman's child does not disintegrate. a functional thing that is already produced does not become a non-functional thing because the two are contradictory. The two, functional thing and non-functional thing, are contradictory. So maybe we'll leave it at that.
No, don't do it.